holy brothers and sisters! This is the 20th of SIVAN in the Kitzur Likutei Moharan. Today's lesson will be called Forgetful Focusing. Teaching number 192, Ma'alas Hadibor Shel Tzaddik, on the great benefit of the teaching of the tzaddik. A person who hears a teaching from the mouth of the true tzaddik, and especially if he sees the tzaddik at the time he is speaking, he receives the face of the tzaddik as well as the tzaddik's intellect and soul. However, it is crucial for a person to guard himself against forgetfulness. This is because a lapse of memory causes him to forget everything. Now, when a person remembers and merits the teaching of the tzaddik the way it was spoken, or if he reviews what he heard 101 times, then he will remember it. And then, when he says this teaching over in the name of the tzaddik, the image of the face of the sage will appear before him, and it is as if the tzaddik were saying it himself. This only happens, however, if the person's recall is truly and deeply embedded in his memory. When a person hears a new Torah insight from the mouth of the Rav himself at the time that the Rav actually innovated the teaching, he will thereby remember it well. But when he does not hear the new insight from the mouth of the Rav himself, or even if he hears it from the Rav's mouth afterwards, not at the time that the Rav first innovated the teaching, then the insight can be easily forgotten. In every book can be found the image of the face of the sage who innovated the teachings contained in that particular book. The true teachings that leave the mouth of the true tzaddik, even if they concern mundane matters, are more precious than the words of the Torah spoken by another tzaddik. This is because the other tzaddik's words may contain a large admixture of falsehood, but the words that leave the mouth of the true tzaddik are nothing but pure truth alone. And since they are nothing but truth and contain no admixture of falsehood whatsoever, nothing is more precious than they. Truth is the face of all the other faces of holiness. We should try to find one tzaddik and do our best to hear and to see that Rav at the time of his initial teachings. And nowadays we are blessed with the true ability to be able to hear and see in real time rabbis from all over the world due to our amazing technological advances. Teaching number 193, thoughts are an extremely powerful thing. If a person concentrates and focuses his thoughts on anything in the world, he can actually cause that thing to happen, provided that he thinks about it with great and overwhelming intensity. In fact, a person's thoughts are so powerful that in his own mind, he can literally give up his life. That is, he can mentally accept upon himself that he is willing to give up his life in the sanctification of God's name with whatever sort of death he chooses, to the point that he will literally feel the pain of this death. It is possible, however, to actually die while doing this. Therefore, when a person feels that his soul is about to leave him, he must refrain and distance himself from that thought in order not to remain there, lest he die before his time, God forbid. Since thoughts are extremely powerful, we must guard them greatly. We should train ourselves to always think positively and then speak and act in that same manner. And teaching number 194, a person who wants honor is a fool. For one who seeks honor and runs after it, it runs away from him. Secondly, the more tries to be full of himself, the more he pushes God away. There is no reason to need to be satisfied by others. We need to be happy from within, not without, from others and external gratifications. As always, thank you so much for learning together. If you enjoyed this lesson, please remember to like, comment, share, and borrow. And please God, we'll learn again tomorrow.